What's up, guys? Welcome back to another free picks video. Today is February 29th, last day of February, guys, and I got another free picks video for y'all. Obviously, yesterday we didn't have a free picks video. I was a little bit busy yesterday, guys. I do apologize for that, but we are back, and I'm ready to give you guys some picks today. We got Underdog and we got Sleeper today. No prize picks, just because obviously they have some shitty value today and not a lot of great lines, so I'm not going to force anything on prize picks, even though it'll probably give me more views if I put prize picks in the title. But today's just going to be Underdog and Sleeper for the most part. If I find prize picks value later on, I'll let you guys know in the winnable, but for now, no prize picks. Alright, guys, so we got some college basketball props here on Underdog. I'm not going to go for a prize pick slip today, guys. Honestly, there's just not any value that I'm going to go out of my way to point out for you guys. As you can see, Collier under fantasy score and Burnett over 3.5 rebounds. If you guys want to run out a two-man on this one, you can. But it's like the thinnest day I've ever seen in prize picks. There's like barely any advantages, barely any edges. Like, I'm not just gonna bet on something because there's a coin flip. I want to get a little bit more than a coin flip, and prize picks is not giving us that today. So we're not gonna force it. Underdog is though. Rink Mast, as you can see, under 25.65 fantasy score on the year. Last 10 games, 60% hit rate for the under, 80% hit rate on the last 5 games. Last 20, 55% hit rate. Head to head, this is the only issue that we're seeing, guys. Against Ohio State, he went off 57 fantasy score, right? So that's kind of concerning. But basically, we're thinking that this is also going to be a win for Ohio State University. And that's the weird thing, guys, is I didn't even know this, but according to Outlier, Cornhuskers are actually favored to win by 4. Obviously, nobody is on that -4. Everyone's on that +4. And Ohio State is actually not favored on the money line either. Nebraska's favored on the money line, which is weird. So basically, they think that Ohio State's gonna win. The sportsbooks thinks that Ohio State's gonna win, but the public thinks that basically Nebraska is gonna win, right? So we want to be on the side of the sportsbooks. Obviously, the sportsbooks have a lot more information than us and models and everything. So I trust them here, and I also trust that Rink Moss is not going to have 57 fantasy score again against Nebraska or against Ohio State. Excuse me. So that's why we're doing this. And as you can see, there's a 56% chance on it on Most. So that's what we're going to do here, guys. 25.56 or 65. I'm sorry, under on Rink Moss. And then we got Brandon Carlson under fantasy score. Now this one is also a really good edge. Let's check it out on Outlier, see what the information tells us. So as you can see, guys, also a great hit percentage on the under fantasy score. Last 10, 80% hit rate. Last 5, 60%, and then the last 20, 65% hit rate. Head to head versus Stanford, there has been a good amount of matchups, as you can see. This game against Stanford, he did go off. He had 40.5, but this game, the most recent one in January, so obviously like a little bit over a month ago, it was a closer game, but he still went well under the 33.45 fantasy score. And let's check out what the game score is going to be, but honestly the unders are looking pretty favorable here. So let's look at Stanford versus Utah. So as we can see here, guys, Utah is favored on the money line, so they're also favored by -8 on the point total. So we basically think that the Utes are going to win by over 8. Probably going to be a little bit more of a lower scoring game. As we can see here, the under is favored on the point total. So this is just looking like a really good spot for the under here on Carlson, guys. So let's go ahead and take a look on Underdog, see if he's still there. I really hope he is. And yeah, as you can see, 33.45, he still is there. So we're going to go ahead and take his under on fantasy points, guys. I'm just going to say bye-bye prize picks. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go to Underdog where they have edges like this, right? On prize picks, I'm looking for, like a 50% chance for something to hit. Like, hell no, bro. And all that stuff is, like, they bump all of it. Like, as soon as I find an edge, they bump it, and I can't even get it anymore. So it's like, fuck you then. I'm going to go somewhere else. I'm going to go to Underdog. You know what I'm saying? So why would I want to, like, force a bet on prize picks when I can get it on Underdog? It doesn't make any sense. And as we can see here, Jonathan Mogbo under 36.95 is also an edge. He's projected for 38.1. So let's go ahead and check out Mogbo, and let's see if he's still on prize picks, or sorry, Underdog, before I even do that. 36.95 he is. So let's check him out on Outlier. And as we can see, guys, the same thing, 60% hit rate on the last 10, 45% hit rate on the last 20. On the last 5, 80% hit rate on that under. Head-to-head against Gonzaga. Gonzaga, as you know, guys, is one of the best programs in the nation. 25.2 fantasy score. And this was January 25th, guys. So this is a little over a month ago. Like, barely over a month ago, guys. So as we can see with that data, it was a closer game, as you can see, but he wasn't even close to hitting that line, you know. And Gonzaga is one of the best teams in the nation. Let's check out what the game is going to be like. Gonzaga's 23 in the nation, guys. As you know, one of the best programs, top 25. Gonzaga's favored on the money line. 90% of the public is on that. On the point spread, we have Gonzaga -4. 80% of the public on that. And on the point total, there is kind of a split here on the point total, but it's around 152 on that, guys. So we're expecting another win from Gonzaga here, and we're expecting another loss from the Dons. I don't even know what fucking San Francisco Dons. Okay, honestly, under on Mogbo here doesn't look like a bad spot, as you can see. And against Gonzaga, he shit the bed, so we're expecting him to do it again. And, you know, maybe he doesn't shit it as bad this time. You know, the projection data is saying that he's not going to shit the bed that bad this time. But 38.1 seems pretty high, especially when you just got shit on by Gonzaga a couple, you know, not even 2 months ago. Mogbo on the under, Carlson on the under, Most on the under, right? And we got a little bit more. Let's go to Doug McDaniel. As you can see here, that does not make sense. 0.6 projection. At 22.85, he's favored on the under. So let's go ahead and check out Doug McDaniel, guys. All right, guys. So check this out. On the under, he has a 50% hit rate in the last 10. Last 20, a 40% hit rate. And the last 5, a 40% hit rate. But let's check out the head-to-head matchup. As you can see, in the month of February against Rutgers, he had 14.7 fantasy score. So Rutgers, obviously, a better program than Michigan. And they're expecting basically him to go under again. So Rutgers has had their number, 14.7 fantasy score the last time that they played. And let's check out what the game is looking like. So as we can see, guys, Michigan Wolverines, one of the worst teams, 8-20. Rutgers, obviously, you know, not one of the best, but also, you know, not horrible either. And they're actually favored to win. The money line's at -315. The spread's at -6.5. Point total is super low at 137.5. So honestly, guys, this is a really great spot for the under on Doug. 24.95. This is also a good spot, guys. And like I said, none of these are guaranteed, guys. You know, any one of these players could just have an insane game. But if we look at these edges, you know what I mean? In the long term, we're going to have an edge going with these props that are over 54%. It's called positive EV betting. As you know, we've been having a lot of success doing that with college basketball, particularly here on Underdog. So all these guys, you know, they have a really good chance to go under. We explained why they would go under. So we have 4 here. Let's look for a 5th one, guys. Jamal Murray over rebounds and assists. You know, that actually doesn't look too bad. This is a finals rematch. That's cool. So over 9.5, -120 on this one. Not bad. Last 10, 40% hit rate. Last 5, 20% hit rate. Head-to-head against Miami. This is in the finals, obviously. He opened at 9.5, then they bumped him up to 10.5. And now they just bumped him back down to 9.5. So rebounds allowed, assists allowed. Middle of the pack in terms of Miami's defense. But let's check out the lineup. Guys, Denver favored by 5 points. Honestly, guys, I don't have any problem running this one out. This is a low-scoring game, too. I think this is going to be a good game, to be honest, guys. And over 9.5, you know, it's a pretty decent hit rate. Obviously, this was the last time they played was in the finals. But he has a pretty good hit rate on this one, 53%. As you can see, he doesn't have really great hit rate in the last couple games. But I think this is a pretty good spot, honestly. So yeah, guys, this is gonna be a slip on price, or on this is gonna be the slip on Underdog today, guys. We got Rink Mas going under 25.65 fantasy points. Brandon Carlson under 33.45. Jonathan Mogbo under 36.95. Doug McDaniel under 24.95, and we got Jamal Murray going over 9.5 rebounds and assists, guys. So this is what I was able to find today for you guys on Underdog. And we'll go ahead and lock this one in. I'm going to go ahead and insure this one. This will be the last slip that I run out for Underdog this month before we withdraw. So I'm just going to put a little bit more on this one, guys. Fuck it. Honestly, I tell you guys to bet the same unit size. But since I'm going to be withdrawing today anyway, honestly, you know, why not go big or go home? And I'll only lose $20. So I'm going to go 20 on this one. Obviously, insure it. Please don't run out of 5 all in. But anyway, this is what we're going to run. So on Underdog, guys, we got this great slip that I built out for y'all. Obviously, I explained every one of these props for you guys. Rink Most under 25.65 fantasy points. Jamal Murray higher than 9.5 rebounds and assists. Brendan Carlson under fantasy points. Mogbo under fantasy points. McDaniel under fantasy points. So I really love this one, guys. I put $20 on this one, guys, just because it is obviously the last day of February. This is withdrawal day. So after today, I'm going to be withdrawing the profits from all the accounts. Obviously, we want to cash out. We want to make sure that we're making money, guys. We don't want to just keep the money in there. So obviously today I'm just going to put a little bit more than I usually do. I know I'm a hypocrite for telling you guys this, but I mean, why not? You know, I've been doing good on Underdog. It's $20. It's $10 more than I usually bet. Now, if I was nuking it like $100, like that wouldn't even make any sense. That would be kind of stupid, actually. But I feel really good about this one, guys. Obviously, insure it. You know, make sure that you're still making money. But here's what we're gonna run out on Underdog. Obviously, if you guys don't have Underdog, use my code JoeFroze for a $100 deposit bonus. And then we got some sleeper for y'all today. Obviously, I said that there was some great value on sleeper today. Here's what I got today on sleeper. So my first one, I got Kuminga going under 3-pointer, Markkanen over 3.5 or 2.5 3-pointers made, and then Wembanyama over 10.5 rebounds. So I'll go ahead and explain this stuff for you guys. On Outlier, 3-pointers made for Lauri Markkanen over 2.5. It's at -119, no vig odds. 3-pointers allowed. Obviously, Orlando, one of the best defenses in terms of allowing 3-pointers, so they're not allowing a lot of 3-pointers. But as you can see against Atlanta, Markkanen just had his worst night shooting in a while. Actually, probably of his entire season. Yeah, he didn't make a single 3-pointer, guys. He shot six 3-pointers and didn't make a single one, right? So he's averaging on the season, as you can see, he's averaging way over that. In the last 10, he's gone over 60% of the time, 40% of the time in the last 5, in the last 20, 55% of the time. Head-to-head matchup, guys, as you can see, the 3 times that he has played Orlando in his career, he has gone over this mark, and he just came off one of his worst nights shooting, like in his career. This is a really good bounce back spot for Markkanen, going over 2.5. So that's why we're going over on Markkanen, and he's not anywhere else at 2.5, obviously on sleeper. And then we got Wembanyama. So at rebounds, this one, guys, he was bumped to 11.5 on Prize Picks. So if you get him at 11.5 on Prize Picks, do not take that, guys. I got him at 10.5 on sleeper, just because they're a little bit softer with their lines. Obviously, they have a less payout, but you're going to get a line like this. Wembanyama at 10.5 rebounds over -150 odds. So really good odds on this one, guys. Rebounds allowed, OKC 25th. So they're allowing a shit ton of rebounds, obviously. To get to power forwards and centers, one of the worst teams in terms of allowing rebounds. In the last 10, he has a 50% hit rate. Last 5, 40%. But as we can see here, guys, head-to-head, 124. So obviously, like a little bit over a month ago, when Wembanyama played the OKC Thunder, and obviously they got blown out, but you know, he played 27 minutes and he still got 12 rebounds. So this is a really good spot for Wembanyama, and obviously on the sleeper he has really good odds on this one. So we're gonna go over on Wembanyama rebounds, and then our last one is gonna be Kuminga under a 3-pointer. So I'll kind of explain this one, guys. Obviously, you know, we never really want to go under on something that's where they only need one, right? But in this case, it's a really good bet. As you can see, -145 without the vig, or like the juice that these books put in. The Knicks are 13th in 3-pointers allowed, which is pretty middle of the pack. But as you can see here, guys, in the last 10 games, 80% hit rate, 80% hit rate in the last 5. In the last 20 has a 50% hit rate. I really do like this one, -145. This is a good spot for Kuminga to go under. Knicks are a good team. This is going to be a close game, so you know it does have a chance where he does shoot a 3-pointer. But as you can see, guys, he hasn't really been shooting that many in anyway. Like his attempts, he's only attempting 1 or 2, and against the Lakers he attempted 3. So as you can see, guys, he's not really attempting that many anyway. And when he does attempt them, obviously he's not really making them. You know, against Chicago he did make 4, but as you can see, Kuminga has failed to exceed 0.5 3-pointers in 5 of his last 6 games on the road. 0.2 3-pointers game per average on the road. And yeah, especially in Madison Square Garden, you know, I don't think this is a good spot for him to be making 3-pointers. So that's the rationale for this slip. As you can see, Jonathan Kuminga less than a 3-pointer made. And then for this one, so we got Sexton going over 17.5 points, Lillard going less than 4.5 rebounds, and then Wendell Carter going 7.5 rebounds under. So I'll explain these as well, guys. So for this Colin Sexton one, on Prize Picks he is at 18. He already is favored to go over at 18. So getting him at 17.5 is really good value, guys. So I'll go ahead and pull up his points prop. 17.5, as you can see, minus 155 on that one, guys. And betting on Colin Sexton overs has been working out pretty well for us this season. As you can see, these ones where he did go under, I mean, he's right there. You know what I mean? Like, he's at 16, he's at 17, that's 0.5 points away. Last 10, 14, like it's not like he's getting like 0. You know what I mean? It's not like he's taking a shit. It is a good defense, obviously. Orlando, one of the better defenses in the league. But there's a chance that Banchero won't play and Jonathan Isaac isn't playing. Head-to-head matchup, as you can see, you know, the times that he has played Orlando, this game he only had 16 minutes. I really do like this one, guys, and as you can see, he's coming on strong in the second half of the season. Been getting a lot more minutes, obviously, Colin Sexton has. So I just really like this one, going on the over on Sexton. At 18, I probably wouldn't take it. As you can see, it's only minus 119 at 18, but at 17.5 on Sleeper, he's at minus 155. A lot better value at 17.5, guys. All right, let's go to Wendell Carter first, because he's in the same game. So Wendell Carter, under 7.5 rebounds. As you can see, the over plus 114 at the under minus 130. Without Vig, without the juice, he's at minus 166. So really good odds on this one. In the last 10, he has an 80% hit rate on the under. As you can see, on the last 5, 60% hit rate. The last 20, 60% hit rate as well. On the head-to-head, obviously, you know, he got a lot of minutes against Utah. This was last year. He did get a bunch of rebounds, but rebounds allowed against Utah, they're a good team against rebounds allowed. They don't allow a lot of rebounds, obviously. So I really do like this one on the under. Good expected value as well. EV, positive EV. Minus 140. So everything just points to this one being a good bet, obviously, guys. So we're gonna go under on Wendell Carter. And finally, we have Dame Lillard. Now, check me out, guys, right? So you can either, if you really want to, you guys can go over on his assist line at 6.5. It would be really good expected value. As you can see, against Charlotte, he had 7, so he crushed it. And as you can see, he's been crushing his assist line. You know, 80% hit rate, 70% hit rate, 60% hit rate in the last 20. My only qualm with this and my only thing that I'm scared about is that obviously this is probably going to be a blowout against Charlotte again. You know, he only got 24 minutes, but he had 7 assists, right? So if you're expecting him to go over 7, or yeah, basically you need him to get 7 assists to win. You need him to get at least 7, and they're probably going to blow him out again. So I'm just scared that he's not going to get enough minutes to get that, and I'm scared that he's not going to be able to, you know, get enough opportunities, because I do think this is going to be a blowout. So check this out, guys. So that's why we're going to his rebounds prop. We're going to under 4.5 rebounds. As you can see, he just got 9 rebounds against Charlotte. So do you guys really think that Damian Lillard is going to get 9 rebounds against Charlotte again? I don't think so. And I think, especially with getting less minutes, I think this is a good chance that he's going to go under. As you can see, his last 5, 20% hit rate on the under for rebounds. And then obviously Charlotte is a horrible team against allowing rebounds. They allow a shit ton of rebounds. But at the same time, guys, like, if he's getting 9 rebounds against Charlotte, I don't think that's going to happen again. They bumped his lineup. Obviously, he was at 4. They bumped him up to 4.5. So going under on this one, guys, is just a smart play, especially if you think this is going to be a blowout, which, as I showed you guys, it is going to be a blowout. Let's refresh this just to make sure. But minus 11.5 for Milwaukee. A low-scoring game. As you can see, Giannis's game-time decision. He probably will play. But Charlotte, not a great team. So I really do think this is a good spot for the under on his rebounds. If you want to be risky, you can go over on his assists. Like I said, I'm just scared about his minutes. I'm scared about if he's going to be playing enough, minutes to get 7 assists. So that's the only thing I'm scared about. But if you guys want, you can go assists, over on assists, or you can go under on rebounds like I'm doing on Sleeper. That's what we're running on Sleeper, guys. And obviously, if you use my code JoeFroze on Sleeper and you text me proof that you did use my code, first of all, I'll send you free VIP for all of March. And second of all, I'll go ahead and shoot you $10. You guys use my code JoeFroze. Just text me proof, and I'll get you guys hooked up. Here's the recap. Obviously, this is a recap of 2 days worth of picks, because yesterday we didn't have a recap. So I'll go over the day before yesterday. Obviously, the big one in the middle, the five man that we did hit. Super excited about this one. Kind of a little bit bummed out that I didn't put more on it, but unit sizes, we still did hit for 100 guys on this one, so I was super excited about that one. I had one of my members of my Winnable text me, and he sent me a screenshot, and dude hit for like $500 on this shit, and I was like, damn, dude, So as you can see, like, people who are betting more than me, they're making more than me. You know what I mean? So as you can see, dude hit for $500. I think I'll pop it up on the screen right now, but it's like, damn, man. After that, obviously we had Filipowski, Julian Reese, Oduro. Those were like in most of my slips. And then we had Sion James just hook us, right? I should have insured it, but obviously I didn't have a video yesterday. I would have gone more in depth for you guys, but I would have insured it. I would have added one more guy and insured it, obviously, if I could go back in time. Just super busy yesterday. But Filipowski and Reese was a great read by me. I like to think. And then I chose the wrong discount for Jokic. Fucking Jokic, man. There's a blowout by Denver. I expected Sacramento to keep it close because, Sabonis has been playing really well. There was and I'll show you on the bottom left here, Sabonis, missed his discount too because it was a blowout. So all in all, it was just kind of sucked. That game sucked, man. And I really thought it was going to be closer, but it wasn't. And then LeBron James obviously going over on rebounds just wasn't a good read either. I thought it would have been, pretty close, and it was a close game, but he just didn't get the last rebound. This sleeper one that we had, Kawhi Leonard going over 20.5 points, that was obviously free. And then the Siakam one, I was scared because, I don't like going unders on three-pointers made. But this one was really good, guys. I'm really glad that I did it. He didn't make a single three-pointer, so I'm glad about that one. And then on the top left, we have Filipowski and Reese Filipowski over, Reese under. And then we had Cody Williams going lower on fantasy points, but he didn't even play. So he pushed. We only won $30. It would have been for 60, obviously, a three-man, but we only hit for $30. So as you can see, that's the recap for the last couple of days, guys. Going pretty strong. Some mistakes here and there. I would have made changes yesterday, obviously, but just super busy, didn't have time to make a video. So that's kind of the explanation for that. As you can see, yesterday we did go up $0. And that's because we are waiting for, as you can see, the last one, Miles Bridges, to go under on double doubles. So we still need to wait for them to play Milwaukee. But as you guys know, this probably is going to be a blowout type of game. So I do expect him to go under on double doubles. So that probably will cash, and that'll put us up $30 on that day. So I feel good about that. And then the day before that, obviously, we did go up $79.04 because of that one big slip that we did hit. So as you can see, guys, we're trying to end the month off strong on Thursday. Today I did put out some CS2 slips on Prize Picks. I only lost $10 on those ones. They didn't hit. They're dog shit, but they were from the AI model. So as you can see, guys, we're still going strong. When that Miles Bridges prop hits, we're going to be up $600 on the month again. So as you can see, we profited $600 on the month, betting $10 slips. So I want you guys, after this video and all these props hit and all the slips go out, after tonight, I want you guys to withdraw all your money from your accounts if you have been tailing and you guys have been profiting. I really want you guys to withdraw it because I don't want you guys to keep the money in your account. And it's just going to get, because we could have a shitty month in March, you know what I mean? I'm not saying that we are, but I'm saying that either way, you should take your profits and you should make your money, right? Because that's what I'm going to do. So that just makes sense, right? If you guys do love the content, you guys are watching the videos every day, you guys are tuning back in to see what we're picking in, support the channel, guys. Go head over to my Instagram. I think we're at like 140 followers now. I haven't updated this picture in a little bit, but I do appreciate the support you guys have been showing, especially guys on Instagram, coming over to the YouTube videos, watching the free picks, seeing what we got going up. I had a couple people ask me for picks yesterday. All right, guys, so last thing for the video is obviously going to be the premiums. Today's going to be the last day to redeem the free premium for a month. So obviously, as you can see, the original price is $150 a month, and today's going to be the last day to redeem the free month. So use code FEBVIP when you guys sign up for the premium plan. Obviously, it takes off all the money for that. You guys get a free month. I think it's actually 37 days that you get, so that covers all of March Madness and a little bit more, actually. So guys, make sure to get on that. This is the last day to redeem it. I am going to be taking the code off after today, and I really want you guys to get on this because March Madness, I think, is going to be our biggest month. I know February was an amazing month for us, guys, but I think March is going to be even better. There's going to be even more college basketball. It's going to be higher stakes. So I think, and we're also going to be having some brackets coming up soon, guys. So I'm super excited. I got some plans for y'all. But that's pretty much it, guys. Like, if you guys don't hop on this offer, like, I don't know what you're doing. If you're not on the premium, this is the last day to get the free month. Like, it's literally a free month of premium picks. We'll probably have some more picks on Winnable today. Some prize picks if we find value. And that's all I got for you guys. Peace.